This is our part 2 video pulling back from the city tap connection located at about 224 feet. We have a previous video showing the initial run through the line. This will encapsulate the issues that we are going to be recommending for repair. There are several structural compromises, cracks, fractures, and failed joint connections in the line under the street and under the front driveway that we are going to recommend for repair, as well as several flow restrictions and issues with pitch and grade throughout the piping. We're going to recommend that these major low spots are addressed, which may require some additional replacement of piping to get those properly graded, as well as to fix those structural compromises. Crack in the line at about 200 feet. We saw this on the way coming down. We do see separation and displacement of the clay wall here as a leakage and structural concern. Recommend for repair. Several cracks and fractures are located here at about 192 feet. Seeing this spider webbing of cracks indicates tension and pressure on the top of the piping, leading to a potential collapse. Recommend for repair. More of those present here. A much more significant crack located here at about 186 feet. Separation, displacement of the clay wall, as well as root intrusion indicating a complete break of the piping. More of those stress fractures and cracks located here. Recommend for repair. We've got two low spots running almost back to back with each other, spanning from about 80 feet to 109 feet, approximately 30 feet of line with poor pitch and grading. A much more significant flow restriction and concern we'll recommend for repair. This was that beam break we initially saw in the piping at about 74 feet on part 1. Beam break is a crack located directly in the middle of two joint connections of clay, indicating that there is torque under this section of the line, causing the pipe to twist and crack in the middle. This is a more serious crack we will recommend as a structural concern needing repair. It's difficult to see with some of our water running now, but on the part 1 video, we do see here where a previous PVC repair was performed, connecting to clay. Root intrusion is coming through this joint connection, indicating the rubber gasket sealing the PVC joint has compromised. This is a structural and leakage concern. Recommend for repair at this joint connection. Well, 225 feet out is our city tap connection. And again, back at our cleanouts, we are showing off the damage to the piping located in the driveway here. Cleanout caps have sunken and taken damage at the top on our cleanout hub here. To provide good structural protection to these, I'm going to recommend cleanout caps be repaired as necessary, properly attached to the piping and reinstalled. I am also going to recommend cast iron protective caps be installed on these so that this driveway can have someone continuously drive over it without damaging the cleanouts again, as well as some better backfill in this location to bring it back up to level with the remainder of the driveway. We've inspected our line completely down to the city tap connection. At this point, we'll go ahead and run through our secondary cleanout here, turning and sweeping back towards the property. At about 38 feet in towards the property, we have our cast iron to clay transition where the pipe leaves the house. We do appear to have another low spot present here, mostly on the exterior piping, right at the joint connection. However, the joint connection is properly aligned. We have seen significant heavy debris held in a low spot on the exterior piping that we are going to further investigate on our way back through the clay section. But in the meantime, we're going to run the camera into the property to verify condition of the cast iron. Vent stack piping can be seen ahead of us at about 75 feet into the property. Cast iron has shown heavy debris throughout and heavy scale and grease buildup on the walls of the piping. We are going to recommend a blade cleaning for the interior segment of the line, running back to about 75 feet from our exterior cleanouts to have all of this debris removed from the cast iron. Throughout this section between the cleanouts and the property, we are seeing heavy debris sitting in the line. The piping from the cleanouts out to and including the city connection did appear to have been cleaned. However, given that heavy debris buildup we are seeing on the interior cast iron, as well as in our exterior clay for the last few feet here, it does not appear any of that section of the piping was addressed. So we will be recommending a re-cleaning to have all of this debris removed from the piping, as well as a cleaning to remove all of that scale and debris buildup on the interior of the property, as well as a camera inspection done on site by the cleaner to verify all of that has been pushed all the way out of the line.